Shall we head to my favorite planet in the galaxy? The planet of good vibes. The planet of good vibes.
The planet of good vibes. The planet of good vibes.
It's time!
All right.
I love humanity. I think it's great.
It's all good, man. I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger.
The Hamm Planet Podcast.
Stick around. And the Hamm brothers are blasted to the galaxy of good vibes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Top of the morning, folks. Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Hamm Planet Podcast. I'm your host, Peter Hamm. And if you're new to the podcast, damn, it's great to have you here. Great to see your smiling face. And you showed up for quite this special night. I'll tell you that. We've got a Hall of Fame worthy episode ahead of us. And I couldn't be more fired up. If it's your first time listening to the podcast, this podcast is all about good vibes, great people, and glorious stories. So if you're into that, stick around, kick your shoes off, grab your favorite liquor drink, grab your favorite protein shake, do what you got to do, and get ready for the good vibes to take over. So tonight on the Hamm Planet Podcast, we've got the first ever repeat guest. And he's a CEO of Casper. He's also my best friend. He's also my big brother. He's also Shama-Lama Ding Dong. Chamber, how we doing?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We are doing great. And I'm honored to be on the Hamm Planet Podcast.
Honored to have you aboard, brother. You know I always am.
Let's go.
Always love strapping up the old spaceship helmet with you, Chief.
I mean, first recurring guest is a pretty honorable title.
That's huge.
And
I mean, you're basically a co-host.
Do the best. I would love to be a co-host.
Well,
I'm just a little busy. I got a baby. I got a family. I got a business. But I need my own podcast. Swipe up.
Swipe up, baby. Swipe up, and swipe up.
So we're down here in Puerto Rico.
Love to hear it.
85 and sunny, and we're living life. Went fishing today, caught nothing. A little frustrating, but
There she goes.
I am ready to go on the journey of the Hamm Planet Podcast. Round 2.
Ooh. Well, brother, we'll jump right into it. As we were talking about before, the Hamm Planet Podcast is going next level. Now that we have reached the historic 20 mark, we're taking it up a notch.
We got 20. We got 20?
We got 20. This is 21.
Yeah. My favorite one was, I'd have to say Hansel.
Gotta love Hansel.
I'm not picking sides, and all the boys shout out all my OG alumni, but man, Hansel's was so good.
Hansel's great. Hansel's a legend and a beauty and just hilarious. To get back to it, I told you that, now we got 20 under the belt. We're taking it next level, and we're implementing a little bit of structure because where there is structure,
that's new for you.
Oh, buddy. Where there is structure, there's success. So we're first going to be diving into our audience questions, which I am hyped for those.
We got a lot of them.
Yep. So that's going to be a regular part. So this is episode 21 of the Hamm Planet Podcast, but episode 1 of audience questions.
And like, how many audience questions did you go through that you had to filter?
I guess you'll be the judge of that, Chief. We got some
hundreds.
we've got some good ones. We've got some ones that we might have to dance around, but
okay, no, let's not do those, but I mean hundreds.
Yep. Well, let's pull some out of the rabbit hat and get her going. This is Hamm Planet Podcast audience intriguing questions. First one of the night is going to come from our dearest friend.
You're gonna put them on blast too.
Well, none of them are
okay. We filter
big
them.
bazooka cannons.
People filter them. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so we got JJ Hoops.
Oh, God bless.
He
Kids probably on a
says,
Peloton right now.
Peter and Champ, please address dad life and dad bods. What dad fashion is currently in? Secondly, please discuss the correct rules of a shotgun mulligan.
Okay.
So let's go to the first one.
Wow.
What dad fashion is currently in? What do you think?
So, first off, JJ, I love you and you're a goddamn legend. And God, just a man into the wild, a hunter, just a good old American man. So dad fashion fundamentally, based on what I know, looking at our father and others, were the New Balances, no doubt, right? Those are the basics, the white ones. They get dirty, you just cop new ones. So as a millennial dad, I personally am taking fashion to the next level. And I think dad fashion is Yeezys. And you stay boosting. Yep. So you're walking your baby around. You're going to get fucking milk from the grocery store, and you're rocking Yeezys. So that's
the go-to. And what color?
Mean, what else am I gonna do? I'm not gonna wear Gucci or Hermes or whatever. So as far as we can go, I mean, Big Mike's got Yeezys.
What color Yeezys is the go-to for you?
I mean, I want the triple whites, but I'm rocking the butters and the clays right now. And
so butters is kind of looks like butter. Clay,
yep, and that
clay's kind of like clay. Okay. Triple white, what's that?
All white, just little vanilla ice cream Yeezys. Sarah's got a pair, and I'm jealous.
Are they super comfortable or what?
Yes, it's super comfortable. It's just like walking on a cloud. They're better than the Air Maxes, and the New Balances are comfortable too, but my Yeezys, they're expensive, but you stay boosting.
So is that your primary dad fashion staple?
No, I guess if you want to go primary, it's Dorado Beach polo, khakis, Gucci loafers. So pick your side. But dad
bougie
fashion,
golfer, dad style?
No, just comfy.
Hundo P.
What was the second part of the question, which was also riveting?
The second part is what are the correct rules of a shotgun mulligan?
This is such a thought-provoking question. I love it. So a shotgun mulligan is a instrument that you can use in a gambling golf game where you can re-hit a shot with no penalty, fundamentally. But so you hit a shitty one, you say reload, shotgun mully. You have to shotgun the beer before you hit the next golf shot. And then you're only allowed to take a shotgun mully if you are approaching a fairway in regulation, which is your drive, which could also be on a par 3, or your green in regulation. So let's say if you're on a par 5 and it's your second shot,
You can take it there.
You can't, because your third shot is your technically green in regulation shot, even though if you're on the green. So that one gets a little dicey.
So if you're with
shot.
striking distance, you can't be doing that.
What is striking distance?
It's dependent on the golfer, right?
Well, it gets blurry when we're playing for $1,000. So there's a judgment call on those, which is a unique situation. And no shotgun mullies on chips or putts or bunker shots or anything like that. Shotgun mully, legendary game, but sadly, due to my maturity and elevated golf game, shotgun mullies have pretty much gone by the wayside. But I'm sure JJ is doing them because he.
Oh, don't give me that shit, Chief. You'll still
working
blast a shotgun mully if needed. If you got to pull it out of the tool belt.
It depends, because we're playing all these gambling with the strokes and stuff, so it gets complicated.
And I'll give you credit, Chief. You don't have a lot of mulligans. You know what you're doing with a club.
Thank you. I have no mulligans. I'm only good at 3 things:
What's that?
golf, business, and
Playing chess. Good chess player. Great chess player.
Thank you.
So, okay. Great question from Brother Hoop. JJ, we appreciate the great question. Let me chime in on the dad fashion. Being a dad
Please do.
of
yours is fanny pack.
Well, I feel like I'm a dad fashion renaissance, modern era renaissance man.
Wow, big responsibility.
Yep.
Mr. Peter.
With great responsibility comes great dad fashion. And
put that on a Washington monument.
I'll tell you what, it belongs there. Dad fashion to me is all about functionality while maximizing comfort and look. So I need whatever I'm wearing to be at functionality 100, and a shirt I can have 100 and 100 functionality, which is
I understand, but like my baby girl Charlie Rosie, she wears diapers, which are 100% functionality as well. So
right.
Are you wearing diapers?
If I don't know if the diapers are relevant to me.
Okay. Continue. What's your dad fashion?
So my go-to, I got to be honest, I wear basically the same thing every day. It's just different colors.
Yeah,
and
me too.
So
you don't have dad fashion then?
Yeah, I would say it's fashion. And I wear Under Armour, dry fit, polo. I do these shirts called Mariplex shorts. They're extremely stretchy, and you can karate kick anyone with them on. And then I'm white Champion socks and Vans or Nike Totos.
That's awesome. Classic.
And I rotate, and it's just a different color, one or the other.
I love it.
So Hoop would highly recommend Mariplex.
Hoop's been wearing that, and he's not even engaged. So you're ahead of the game.
Hoop knows what's Gucci.
Sorry, Hoop. You know what you need to do.
All right, so Next, we've got a wonderful question from one of my great friends from Culver and fellow rugby brother, Ben Mavrudis. He's from Tanzania.
Benny?
Yeah.
Wow. Class of 12?
No, class of 13.
Respect. Great day to be an Eagle. What's the question?
He said, Peter and Chris, please address the most difficult aspects of being a modern day man. So I say, what are the three most difficult aspects?
I don't know if
question.
this. That is a good question, and especially from like getting an international perspective is interesting too, because the answer in Tanzania is going to be different than it is in the U.S. and especially in Puerto Rico. But I would say the most difficult thing is that, like, it's hard to draw the line between like old school, like 1950s, like in the ads in 1950s, it's like, hey, make your husband a dinner and don't talk to him because he probably had a hard day at work, and just take care of him, right? And then now in 2020, it's like, hey, why don't you breastfeed your kid as a dad? So where do you draw the line in the middle between like being a provider and being a
Right. No, I
don't
do. I do agree. That's a huge. And just a quick.
being a provider or being a mom?
Yeah. Just a
Which
quick
you don't have to
correction.
be
That
a
was
dad
actually
to be a
Ben
mom.
Teeny, not Ben Mavrudis.
Oh, Bentini, Culver 07.
The homie.
Great day to be an Eagle.
Plays rugby
Kid's a
still.
beauty.
Played rugby with me.
Kid's a beauty, a Texan, and an Aggie.
Absolute legend. He actually toured me around A&M when I went to go
That's
visit.
awesome.
10 years ago. Okay, so you're saying drawing the line between a provider and
Someone who should be breastfeeding their child as a male.
yeah, which is what a mother does.
I mean, what's a mother?
I mean,
Who are you to say what a mother is? And it's disgusting that you think what a mother should be is what it is.
well,
That's the dilemma that
I'm in
facing right
I'm
now.
in the frame of thought
I've been
that
breastfeeding for a month.
hell no, Chief.
I know. But no,
This is
it's
where
just
I'm
crazy
at. This
with
is where I
cancel
think it's a
culture and
good
all
question.
that.
Yeah, I think it's a great question, and I think one of the things that has contributed to it, and I mean, changes have happened on both sides of the spectrum. Men have changed certain habits and certain ways they live. Women have changed certain habits and certain ways they live. And when it boils down to it, sure, technology contributes to a little bit of softness that's creeped into the male society. But if you have that vision, I feel like that you have to carry yourself as a man. You have to carry yourself as a leader. You have to carry yourself as someone who will demand respect and who will deliver.
It's easy for you to say that.
Right. I'm saying as long as you can have that
I
view
agree. I
that you're
agree.
striving
I agree with-
towards. I feel like it
agree with
helps
that.
men not fall in that downward spiral to being soft.
I agree, and I'm fighting it every day because that's what the culture wants me to be now.
In Texas, I feel like though it's absolutely not like that. Like I feel
That's
like
the country.
I feel like in general, definitely in the country, if you want to see how some
Oh,
men
yeah,
are
country.
living.
We need, yeah.
Just go out to the country.
I'm gonna send Sarah to the country.
Bro, they cut wood, they cook shit on fires out in the sticks, hunting, fishing.
I tried to catch food for my family today. I failed. Sarah had to order from the golf shop.
Damn.
Which was sad. Yeah, I was literally out there hunting all day for bluefin marlin and tuna and mahi.
Well, that'd be fishing,
Anyway.
not hunting, Chief.
I was fishing.
I guess fishing is a form of hunting. Would it?
I was trying to kill fish and eat them.
Y'all weren't using any sort of harpoon guns or any of that technology?
No. We were fishing.
Fishing. Old school fishing.
Good
Chief,
old fishing. So
I
that's my two
wish you would have
cents.
caught something. Yeah, I feel
did
like
too.
to answer Ben's question, shout out Ben Teeny, the big homie. I feel like as long as you have that mindset and have that view of I want to be a man, I want to be a leader, I want to be someone who helps be a driving force for good, and you help lead others to the same, you won't fall victim to the modern softness plague that's out there getting some people. All right, Chief. Moving right along.
Number
Moving
3.
Right along Aruski. We have from Brother Josh Marsh, cousin
Holy
Josh.
shit. What's up, cuz? I love you. I'm proud of you.
Petey and Chris, please tell one story from Cham's bachelor party.
God damn.
I'll tell you
All
one.
right,
Or do you want to send?
go ahead. I'd rather not.
We can both send. I mean, if there's some that shouldn't be told. Not that we did anything bad. It's just not
Disclaimer.
ideal.
This is not.
Everything here is for entertainment purposes only, and
Thank you.
it is fiction. And we are not your financial advisors, and we are not doctors. We are just two guys entertaining.
But
Nothing
buy
else.
Bitcoin. But honestly, buy Ethereum, because Ethereum's going to fuck him in. But I'm not your financial advisor. But buy Ethereum. Go ahead, Josh. Ethereum.
Why buy Ethereum?
No, and we're not. We'll get into that later. And we need Andrew Keys on this podcast immediately.
Andrew
But
Keys is a legend.
Josh, birthday. Or bachelor party.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'll fire away.
Do you want to say
So,
when you lost your phone or when you almost got eaten by a gator? Or go ahead.
We'll stick with the gator. So it wasn't me who almost got eaten by a gator, but we'll get there. So, anyways, we had probably the most epic bus ride I've ever had in my entire life on the way to the middle of shithawk
facts.
nowhere in Louisiana, out to the woods, the swamp, into the shit. But we had a party bus, so that was great.
If I ever kill someone, that's where I'm taking them.
Right. But
This I delete
Right.
that. The mute, cut that. Right.
yeah. So it was out in the swamp, Louisiana swamp. And, we showed up. I looked around. I was like, where the hell are we? We all paid, $300. Like, what the hell is going on right now? But then this guy comes out of nowhere and he's like, you boys ready to see some gators? just like all kind of little drunk and tuned up,
Gators.
just like that. And
The cage and the whiskey has corroded his vocals. Gators.
oh yeah, nice and rusty. And next thing you know, we took a piss simultaneously as a team, all pissing into the swamp. We grabbed the bottle of whiskey, and everyone grabbed whatever tickled their fancy, and we hopped aboard these airboats.
It was terrifying.
It was just one, and we got 12 full-size men.
Airboat with a Cajun.
Right, but I mean, this shit was tight.
It was comfy.
But we zoomed out into the middle of the swamp, and I just thought we were gonna maybe see some neat fish, maybe a couple gators. Hey, a couple gators over there in that log. Look, woohoo! No,
Gator
our
farm.
tour guide was an insaniac alligator whisperer. Insane. So this guy was a good guy, don't get me wrong, but
Good guy, good Cajun son.
Yeah.
Man, American man.
he just pulled the stake out of nowhere, and then he breaks a branch off of a tree, and he stabs the stake with the tree branch, and he's hanging it over the water, shaking it around, and then gators are coming to snatch it, big old bastards, prehistoric dinosaur creatures.
Dinosaurs, not 10-footers like you see on the golf course, 20-foot, 10 of them.
Not your standard gator. So anyways, one of the crazy things that happened is the Cajun liked Josh for some reason, which Josh is, who doesn't like Josh, But
I mean, he's a cute-looking little baby boy.
Josh is
It was him. It was him or Gurecki.
loved by many. Yeah. So what the guy does is he's like, "Hey, Josh, you can pet this gator," and this crazy Cajun guy literally gets this full-size, massive thing on board, and
Literally picks up a 20-foot gator out of the water.
And I'm already thinking we're about to sink because we were over the weight
I'm
limit.
thinking I'm about to get bit by a gator and lose my leg.
Yeah. I thought the one on board was going to go ape shit, or that we were going all down and just turn into a gator stew.
They need good insurance.
Yeah. So it was funny as shit seeing Josh almost get fed to the gator, but he handled it like a champ. And he handled it better than I would, probably.
I think the moral of the story is the gator story.
Well, the thing was, right after the gator, there was a massive tarantula spider that he put on Josh. And Josh was playing with it.
Josh wasn't playing. Josh was
he was shitting his pants.
Heart attack.
So that's the gator story of Louisiana.
I have nothing to say about my bachelor party whatsoever.
Except the fact he had a great time.
I heard I had a great time. But Joe did take me to get that Cajun.
Yep.
It was
the Po' Boys?
It was no, the Po' Boys, but the shrimp souffle from the market. Wow.
Much needed. So moving right along in the audience questions, we've got their next question coming in.
How many of these do we got?
I think we got around 10. but we'll just hit a few more.
Holy shit. Yeah, hit a few more.
Good old Spencer Clark, the homie.
Oh, Uncle Spencer. Shout out Uncle Spencer.
He says, boys, how does Cham play so much golf and is still a father?
That's easy. My dad
Response.
was a father. I mean, you don't need to. Your golf game doesn't have anything to do with you being a father. That's a shitty answer. Number 2, I live 10 minutes away from the first tee, and I do a lot of business out there.
Yeah.
So that is how I do it.
Does Spence play a lot of golf?
90% of. I mean, he's got very bad form, and no, I don't think he does. And he doesn't know golf etiquette either. So, Spencer, get your shit together. You're a Dye family member, and you have work to do.
We always got work to do. We ain't got problems, just more work to do.
And I'll tell you what, once I have another kid, probably going to play more golf. Golf is how it goes. If you don't know how to play golf, you're fucking up.
Preach. Which I ain't a steward of that, but I'm working on it.
No, you're doing good, Chief. You're grinding. You came a long way last year. Quarantine, grinding on that shit.
Yep. All right, Chief. We got our next one, which is thought-provoking, to say the least. It's from my great friend Devon Woodard, my boy who went to Europe with me, and
D Wood.
Debo.
Respect.
Like for us to discuss life before birth.
I was there with Charlie, like life before birth, and damn, I mean, some people don't think a baby's born until they're born. It's like, damn, they're fucking alive. Okay, so they're alive. They're in there. They're hooting, hollering, doing all sorts of crazy shit. And what our mom did to us, which is kind of cool, at least I think, is that mom would read us, because she was in dental school, and she would read us her dental books when she was a little kid. I mean, when we were in the womb, and she was reading, I don't know, complicated dental stuff to us. So not only one, it helped her get smarter to pass the test, and make her a better dentist. It also helped us to like learn her voice, and I don't know if learn complicated words is legit, but I feel like we have very good vocabularies. So I feel like that is an incredible part of infantile development, but like, man, after you have them, next level. So I think to D Wood, man, I think it's 20% in the beginning, but once they're out, you got to go 100.
I love it, Chief. I would absolutely agree. To give my response to Debo, so he could be going a few different ways with this. Is he talking about, a child during their initial creation period, 9 months creation period, or is he talking about how the human soul and spirit is alive on Earth, or is part of the world before you come to life in your body, which, it's something that I absolutely think is something that happens in our life.
I agree. It's not rocket science, though. You're alive or you're not.
Right. You're physically alive.
If you're not alive, you're dead. So if you're not dead, you're alive.
Don't you believe, or do you believe that you turn into a spirit after death, or you go to heaven as a man?
I guess.
You're still working
I
through
don't
it?
know. I mean, a spirit, like a ghost, just flies out of your body and you go to heaven. Hard for me to
I
believe.
mean, I feel like a spirit is one of those things where it's like, it's up to your interpretation in a lot of ways.
I don't want to.
How we doing, friends? It's commercial break, Peter. Checking on in. Here to remind you that this podcast is sponsored by good old H2O. Drink a gallon a day. Drink 2 a day if you're an athlete. And get after it. Back to the episode. And the Hamm brothers are back in action. Ready to send it further. Jam, so I always love reviewing the responses from the little pre-podcast questionnaire.
Me too. Those were great.
And I gotta say, love the documentary title. If there's a documentary about your life, what would the title be? You put, Life's Been Good to Me So Far. Smart.
That's correct.
That is correct.
It's been good to me so far.
And brother, you know, you're my best friend, so I know a lot of these things, but I always love revisiting them.
Sure.
Lake Como in Italy. What do you remember about being there?
Dude, Lake Como is like Flathead Lake in Italy. A little smaller, but like just the weather, the mountains all around the island. The food was insane. Like the people were so nice. Like, damn. I mean, and there's like, you look to your left, there's like the castle of the Pope from like, I don't know, 1600. It's a fucking castle. It is a dope castle, right? And then there's like mansions everywhere, right? Like, if you have a house on Lake Como,
Bonkers.
God. But it's all these rich people from like Middle
All over.
East, Asia, you know, dirty money.
I mean, we were there together, right? Isn't that where you got your purple shirt, right?
Oh, my purple shirt.
You're the one with the fancy cuffs it was worn by you and me for 10 years collectively.
This is going to sound pretty douchey, but sorry, that was in Capri, Petey. The Isle of Capri.
Okay. I was
also in Italy.
Yeah, I do remember that. I mean, I remember
that shirt was
I think I remember
more than Dad's first car.
Yeah, it was a nice shirt. I gotta tell you, I still wish I could fit into it. I still got it.
Me too.
Wait. Okay. All right, Chief. So, scooting and booting right along here. What are 3 things you're passionate about? I know golf. I know bourbon. Futurology. I'm assuming that is the development of the future of humanity, the future of technology. Could you expand?
Yeah. It's honestly like keeping me up at night, man. I'm learning so much about it, and like I kind of have a background in sci-fi with the foundation, and which opened my eyes to like, damn, shit's gonna change. But that was written in the 70s, which is crazy. And with blockchain and AI, machine learning, like you even know what AI is, artificial intelligence, where like things are teaching themselves, and machine learning, which is like machines learn how to do more stuff. That's pretty much it. Or you just say, I have no idea what AI and machine learning is, right? So like, and then Moore's law is a fundamental aspect of all of this stuff, which is basically chips get faster every couple years, something like that. it's inevitable. And like Elon is about it. Like,
Oh yeah,
I'm
well he's
super
the
inspired.
futurology.
He's a goat. He's a goat. He's a goat. And like Kathy Wood's in on it. And now there are companies that are doing this crazy shit, but like crazy shit maybe 20 years ago was like just building Excel database, right? So, or maybe 30 years ago. So technology is evolving so fast. And how do we not only profit from it, right? Which if you profit, you're giving value to other people and everyone's happy, right? In a capitalistic society. But also it's kind of scary on like how we regulate it too. So like Terminator type shit, which, you know, could happen.
Absolutely. I mean, it's
So that multifaceted complex, like, is crazy to me, right? And it's changing everything. Like, what happens if you're gonna live till you're 500? You're never gonna die. Okay, so you better save your fucking money. Okay, because there's no like, oh, I'm gonna die at 80. Yeah, good luck getting your life insurance plan.
Do you think it will be a controversy throughout our lifetime where it's like, hey, we have technology that can keep people alive for an extremely long time, but like, is it ethical to be doing that? You know, if someone's, do you think it'll ever get to a point where it's like that extreme?
It's hard for me to, I mean, yes, number one, and number two, that Elon Musk is a part of some, so yeah, no doubt. And Elon's a part of this, like some group that's like, I'm not sure what it's called, but no, but they're like trying to,
Neuralink.
No, it's not Neuralink. It's like called some AI Alliance or something like that. And they're like trying to make sure that AI doesn't get into the wrong hands and do it in the right way and like ethical. So,
which is a big deal.
Sadly, I can't remember what the name is. So it sounds like I'm full of shit, but
well, there's a lot of companies that do that. CrowdStrike,
so like,
Palantir.
Okay, PD. So like, let's say that a car is going to crash into you 100%.
Yep.
There's no doubt about that. You can turn left and kill an adult woman, or you can turn right and kill 2 kids. Or let's make it even more fucked up. You can turn left and kill 2 women, or you can turn right and kill 1 kid.
Wait, I'm driving the car, or the car's gonna hit me?
The car's driving itself.
With me in it?
Both cars are driving themselves. Yep, you're in it. And you're going to crash.
That's going to be unfortunate.
So the car is going to have to pick if it's going to swerve left or right, and someone or people are going to die.
Well, I think cars will continue to get safer and safer.
Die? I know, 2 ladies or 1 kid.
None of them.
That's not an answer. You got to pick one. I'm not asking you to answer that, but those are the types of decisions that need to be resolved in AI.
Well, the thing is like,
so that's
that
why
is a specific
futurology,
scenario, though.
That's a very, dark scenario of AI.
The benefits we'll gain from it making us more effective and efficient, if utilized properly, I think we'll play it to our advantage. But, comparative to the amount of wrecks we have each year, just from people fucking getting after it and doing.
You're exactly right on all those. And Tesla just came out with a report from the NHTSA that they are, I think, 10 times or 100 times. I think it's 10 times safer than an actual driver.
Yeah.
Like their wrecks per mile or whatever. How they look at it.
Well, the thing is,
it's a wreck per mile on a regular person is like 400,000 miles. in a Tesla on autopilot, that's 4 million miles.
When you're a human, if you drive enough miles, you will eventually run into some shit.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm trying to think. Yeah. So, Chief, favorite thing about your career you put is interacting with entrepreneurs. I know that you are in a gold mine of a bunch of phenomenal business minds and successful entrepreneurs in many different ways and from different places. How has that built you up these past few years?
I mean, Dorado's a crazy place. And the only reason it's crazy is because everyone here is self-made and very successful. And just hanging out with these guys. So, like, what is the latest coin, right? The crypto, right? So that's a whole, I mean, I believe personally that that's going to take over the internet and banking industries. So whatever the market cap of those two are, put that in crypto. So that's a lot of money. We're barely there. So learning a lot about that is cool, but I mean, hardly any of my guys are crypto. I'm just passionate about that area. Just, the new deals, like the new technology that's coming out and they're basing it out of Puerto Rico is insane. I also got old guys that are just straight grinders and they did it the old way. Cold calling, emailing, not even emailing, handwritten letters.
Knocking on doors, which is good to do.
On doors. They still balance their checkbook every single day. They do everything on paper. To guys that are like, yeah, I have a AI funnel of business intelligence. I don't even know what the hell that means. So I just have this such wide variety of people that are in all different industries from all different ages.
Proven to be successful.
Proven to be successful. So like I literally need to write a Think and Grow Rich Dorado Beach version. What do all these guys have in common that makes them successful? There is something.
What is it? I mean, you've been around them a lot. You got any initial key traits that you see among them?
I would say that you got to take risk. You got to take risk.
Absolutely.
All these guys said, fuck their job. I'm going to do it better. And I might not make money for a while, and dude, same thing you did, same thing I did.
It's a journey.
It's a journey. It's a grind, but it's like, are you going to build someone else's dream or are you going to build your own? And all these guys built their own. One thing I'm very interested in though, is like, how do you scale it up so big? I'm having a hard time scaling my company. And
you should speak to them about that. I mean,
I do.
I agree. It's hard.
Starting to.
From what I've learned, you have to build systems. You have to be able to teach those systems. Right. And those systems have to be tied to your value offering.
Yep. I know.
Which, shit, I mean, it ain't easy.
No.
But if anyone knows how to do it, it's the Puerto Rico guys.
Facts.
Are you pissing?
All right, Famer.
Are you there?
All right, Famer. What do we got next on deck?
What do we got next on deck, Chief? We've got favorite YouTube channels, and
No,
one that's
I don't
catching
know.
my eye is Fried Egg Golf.
Sure. I'm not a big YouTube person.
Okay, so no report feedback on Fried Egg Golf.
So Friday Golf was started by this guy named Andy Johnson, who is a damn legend. And he is a golf architecture influencer, if that's a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing. Undo P, that's a
This is a
thing.
this is a mouthful. He might be the only one.
Trailblazer.
And he just taught. He not only has
Renaissance man.
podcasts and all that, he does these amazing like drone videos and write-ups of beautiful golf courses. And man, as a greenskeeper, as a former
shit.
greenskeeper,
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
it's so cool to see just like him showcase these amazing tracts of land. I mean, it's a form of art.
It is.
An 18-hole golf course.
Hundo P it is. That shit's hard as hell.
No, it's just like sometimes it's beautiful, sometimes it's trash, you know? So
We gotta have the right day. The hardest thing is honestly getting what you create on to the platform you want it edited.
damn, that's so crazy you say that because Pete died, my close personal friend. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
A big problem with him was that he would build greens and they would be so severe after they like did all. So you'd be like, I want a little break here, and then they'd put all the grass and stuff down there, like, and then it's crazy.
It'd be intense.
Yeah, so that's a really great point. So it's just awesome to see like how like guys made it in the 1920s and guys are building it now, and both are awesome. So why don't we just build them like they did in 1920? I don't know. With horses.
So when they're making a green, do they just a lot of times, pile up more dirt on top of the land and just pad it with grass or what? Or do they ever do wood and shit?
No, not underneath. But I don't know, not on the wood, because you need good drainage. But I'm not an expert in, golf course construction. But they just kind of get the bulldozers out, and then it's an art, honestly, building these greens. And then you go in and shape, and then
What a hell
you
of a
put the
job.
grass on there. Dude, these guys.
Hey, I'm a
I
golf
think they're like
course design architect.
Yeah. You might think these guys are stoners. They're literally engineers.
I always get
They're
those
beasts.
two confused.
Yeah. Shout out Josh Marsh.
We got our engineers in the family. No doubt about that.
Facts.
All right, Chief. Well, love to see it across the board. I think it's about that time for us to enter
Yeah.
into the Thunderdome of the Hamm Planet Podcast. Would you rathers? In regards to the would you rathers, there's a few T's and C's. I will answer as well. And anything outside of the question is up for interpretation. So,
Roger that.
perfect. Got a
Sorry.
muddy one here.
Okay.
Would you rather look 10 years older from the neck up or the neck down? Got to choose one.
Neck up. Neck down, gets greasy. I'd rather be an old silver bullet than a fat fuck.
There's nothing wrong with being a silver bullet.
Nothing. But
George
if you're-
Clooney is the pristine example of a silver fox since he was like 19.
my close personal friend.
Clooney
Yeah.
loves
Three-time
Puerto Rico.
Oscars. Yeah, loves Puerto Rico.
Hell of a guy.
Go ahead.
All right, Chief. Would you rather have a Lamborghini in your garage or a bookcase with 9,000 books and infinite knowledge? That one's easy.
Lambo.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, Chief.
I can have a Kindle with all the books on it too.
Well, the question says, would you rather have a
Bookcase,
Lamborghini in your garage or a bookcase with 9,000 books and infinite knowledge?
Oh, I didn't know the infinite knowledge. Like you just
But
have the books there.
Is knowledge only gained? Yeah, I feel like the infinite knowledge thing turns it for me.
Yeah, if I can just have books in the fucking closet and then have infinite
Knowledge doesn't
I'll
just
take
come
that.
from books. So.
I know, but if I have infinite knowledge, I'll do that.
It's
Do you
kind of
have
like,
infinite
what the hell are
knowledge
the
or-
books doing? You know?
Yeah, books. I don't care about the books. We do infinite knowledge or a Lambo. Infinite knowledge. Okay,
Yeah.
but I love the Lambo. I was in one today.
That was a beauty.
I know. Shout out, Bam Bam.
All right, Chief. Moving right
And
along.
the boat. And the boat.
Yep. Would you rather rule the world or live in the world with absolutely no problems at all?
The latter for sure, because that's what I do.
What does the latter mean? I've been hearing this for 26 years.
So you have either the former, which means the first thing, or the latter, which means the second
I
thing.
hate that shit. A or B?
I know. B. Sorry.
A ladder's a ladder that you get on to paint something or go get in the gutters.
It's just what I'm fucking saying. Okay. So I would rather live in a world where I have no control and have no problems.
It didn't say you have no control, but it says live in a world with absolutely no problems at all. Does that mean you just have no problems, or does that mean no one has any problems with anything? Because if that was the case, we would turn into robots and die.
No, I think it's you have no problems, because either you have all the power or you have no problems. So, and with power comes problems. And like a lot of my clients, they call me because they have problems. All money, no problem. And
It's such a true
So-
thing.
but also I don't want to just like, I could go live on a beach right now and have no problems. But that's just not how I roll. So, but I don't want all the power either. That's greedy. I'd rather be chill vibes.
Make a good impact and leave a good legacy, and you.
It's not a part of the question. So
Well, if we're just diving into that, that's where I stand.
I agree, Hondo.
All right,
What do you
Jake.
got?
Would you rather be able to speak all languages in the world or be able to speak to all animals?
Speak to all animals.
What animal are you talking to first?
The fish.
Fish.
Yep.
What kind?
Just say, come bite this hook and let me reel you in. I'll sing them sweet songs. Because I caught
So
no
you're
fish
talking to the
today on the boat.
talking to the marlin.
Yeah, talking to marlin, tuna, swordfish, whispering them sweet melodies.
No one got a tuna? I feel
No.
like tuna
And the
are
only
abundant.
reason Yeah, I feel like they are too, but the ocean's big.
Ocean's
especially
massive.
especially when you're way out there. We were at 33,000 feet below us.
Holy shit.
Mount
Dude,
Everest
a
could
pool
fit
that's
underneath
20
us.
feet deep is like, damn, dude, don't go to the bottom.
I jumped in the water there. If you get bit, you're dead.
Oh, you're dust.
Yeah.
You're getting dragged down next to the old guy with a light on his head.
No, you wouldn't make it to the bottom.
Yeah, you're dust. Probably the hundo.
So I was in the water
Max.
today, and there was 32,995 feet underneath me of water.
That's
We have
amazing.
the second largest trench in the world, about 5 miles off the shore of San Juan. It was fucking scary. Just knowing that Mount Everest could fit underneath your ass.
You had a life jacket or negative? Just swimming.
No life jacket.
Gee, was it not wavy and shit?
It was.
No life jacket. Be honest.
Just jump in the water real quick.
Rinse
It's a
the
fun,
Johnson.
cool off. I mean, the boat's very big. So like, they would have saved me if I would have gotten. I mean, I can swim. I'm good.
Yeah, we learned how to swim.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we learned how to swim like at 3.
I wasn't far from the boat, but it was scary.
Mount Everest. Wow.
Underneath.
And now
my
you're
ass.
on land.
I'm very glad to be on land because I was 9.9 out of 10 about to spew today.
Because of the waves?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so
One of our
insane
bullet-
that you
one of
were
our-
that
what-
high from the ground. That is blowing my mind right now. Just thinking, I'm thinking of like a picture in my head of Mount Everest, like under the sea, and then like
I'm higher than
you
that.
at the
By
very
far.
top.
1,000
like-
feet higher.
You know, like if you're
What- how
jumping
many-
off of a plane,
What do you think the over under on throw ups on the boat were today?
Oh shit! I
10
6,
guys.
6.
Over 7 by one person.
What? Hate to see it.
My boy Mikey. Shout out Mikey. I told you I was gonna blow you up on the podcast, but yeah, he tossed 7 times today. Kid was dead.
One guy.
Yeah. I was so close to tossing about 5 times. It
Were
was
you
bad.
close to tossing due to the tossing happening around you?
Yes, no doubt.
You're a landmine guy.
No, just drinking
One
Bloody
goes
Marys.
off, maybe the other one goes off.
Yeah, just drinking Bloody Marys, not sleeping. No breakfast.
Ooh. Chief, gotta have breakfast.
I was in a Lambo.
Well, still gotta have breakfast no matter what you're in. You be in a submarine with a Terminator suit on. You still need breakfast.
Sorry, I didn't have time for breakfast. Go ahead.
You make time.
I almost died
I'm glad he didn't die, Chief.
on the boat.
Shit. Due to just sickness or due to
Sickness.
sickness? Oh,
Waves.
shit.
I thought this was a 70-foot yacht. I thought it was going to literally sink due to us falling in the water.
And you were jumping in
Yeah.
and shit.
No, yes, I was jumping in, but I thought the boat was going to tip over at some point. It was crazy, dude. The winds get picked up out there, and we're so far offshore. And we're on the trade winds. Damn. It was not fun. Glasses breaking, sliding around. I mean, there's crystal in this yacht, you know? It was rough.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if you were on a dinky Christopher Columbus boat.
I've been on those before.
Not Chief Wooden. I'm talking like old school, what they came over here on.
So what?
I'm just
the Puerto
thinking how
Ricans call
shitty
them?
they probably had to feel.
Oh, bro, they were fucked. We're pussies, no doubt.
That's what I try and do when I'm in those like,
Me too.
oh shit scenarios where it's like, I don't feel good. I just start thinking about
Yeah, but
historical.
seasickness doesn't work like that. It's like it's coming out.
Yeah, I mean, nothing works like that, but it helps you keep shit in perspective.
I tried all the mental today. Didn't work. But
Mental
go ahead.
doesn't hurt. Or mental is hard when you have a like a sickness,
I mentaled my way through the sickness today.
but like bones, ligaments, skin, that can
I
be
couldn't-
severely damaged, and it's a mental thing.
I was sweating. My arms were white. I couldn't like lift my legs. Like I was bad.
Don't they have Dramamine? Isn't that what it's called?
I took a lot of it.
Just eating them like candy.
I was trying.
What is that shit supposed to do? What's
You
in
gotta
it?
take it the night. You gotta take it the night before. I have no idea. Probably ecstasy.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Legalize ecstasy.
You think they will?
Never done it. I don't know.
I wouldn't ask if you've done it. I'm just wondering if you think they'll legalize it. There's been a lot of talks.
I think it would make me feel better on the boat.
I saw, speaking of that, I saw this funny ass video, and it's like a girl with like a colorful scarf with sunglasses, kind of dancing all crazy.
I
And it's
saw
like
that.
partying in your 30s. You saw it? You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I don't
Hands
think
and
she was
Toms?
on. I don't think she was on ecstasy.
No, she's not on ecstasy. She has. Okay, you haven't seen it, Chief. She has something in her hand, and she looks to the sky next to her. It's a skit. He's like, "Hey, take
I
this,"
haven't seen it.
and the guy is like, "Nah, I'm fine." And under it says, "Partying in your 30s," and she's like, "Come on," and he's like, "No, I'm
Probably
okay."
Ambien.
And then she's like, "It's a Tums," and she like just shakes the bottle, and he's like, "Yeah," grabs it, eats it, and he just like starts dancing.
You know, it's sad because it's gonna get harder when you're older.
Oh yeah. Well,
So no ecstasy, a lot of Toms. That's your 30s.
you know, when I am with my older friends, because I got a lot,
For sure.
I don't even want to classify like older friends, but it's just like people who are older than me. And I have friends that are younger than me. But people older than me, I always bring my Tums when I'm going to hang out with them because I know someone's going to need it. Whether it's one of the boys, whether
It's
it's one of the geezers. It could be any of them.
That's thoughtful.
All right, Chief. We got our final. Would you rather? Bada binger. Can I get a bada binger?
Shout out. Bada binger. Shout out Eric Green.
Bada binger. Shout out the OG Eric. All right, Chief. Would you rather be able to read minds or accurately predict the future?
That's tough.
That one's.
I'd have to go with the latter.
Get your damn ladder out of here, bud.
Oh, that was a test. I would rather be able to accurately predict the future.
I'm right there with you on that one, Chief.
Because my 50-game parlay would hit.
Yeah. I feel like I'm wondering what the argument would be, though, for read people's minds. I feel like if you wanted to conquer certain things.
Yeah, just know the future and then see what happens, what they do.
If you could read minds, you could partially predict the future.
Yeah, but it'd be hard to bet on sports.
Yeah. I feel like you can only predict what someone is going to do who you're talking to if you can read minds.
No, that's kind of not for investment savvy people, because I would just say, like, why don't I just know the stock market tomorrow and then make $1 zillion off of it?
Right. I mean, I feel like I would definitely want to predict the future. But I'm trying to think why someone would argue to read minds. That's what I'm saying.
Because they want to know what their boyfriend's thinking.
True that, brother, man. All right. We got one goofy one. Bonus one.
Bonus,
baby. Would you rather be extremely underweight or extremely overweight?
underweight.
Underweight?
Because I'm already extremely overweight.
No, you're not, brother. What do you weigh?
If you're extremely overweight, 240.
You're
If
not
you
overweight, Chief.
I gotta get 2 bills. If you
That's
are
skinny as shit.
overweight,
Yeah.
you have heart problems, breathing problems. I mean, look at some of the guys we know that are fat. They're not doing good.
True.
Don't be fat.
Underweight,
skinny,
though,
eat-
can. I mean, it
Eat-
can be
eat-
dangerous.
eat-
It depends to what degree.
Yeah, eat some potatoes. You'll be fine.
Sonic.
Go to Sonic. Shout out Sonic.
Don't trigger me, Chief. I'll go there
Thank you.
right now.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for Hamm Planet Podcast number 2. We are going to Sonic.
Sonic. America's drive-in. America's pastime. America's tastiest supersonic breakfast burritos. Hell of a cherry limeade, dude. I'll tell you that.
Okay, there's no Sonic in Puerto Rico, so take it easy.
Oh, tough. Speaking of tough, the Hamm brothers.
It's tough to say goodbye, but I'm signing off.
The Hamm brothers always say it's tough to say goodbye because when we're together, we're having a damn good time. And what an absolute legendary episode
Truly.
across the board.
Surely.
And the goal was to hit it big like Ken Griffey Jr. did. And I think we pulled a Ken Griffey tonight.
I think so too.
Griffey style.
Well, I love you. I always have. I always will.
Yep.
And I'll smell you later.
And make sure, ladies and gents, if you enjoyed this episode, do Brother Peter, do Brother Cham a solid, and share this
like,
episode with someone who needs some good vibes. If you're
Swipe
watching
up.
on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. Toss the squad a good old like and tap the notification bell because it helps me tremendously. And I'm extremely thankful for everyone that is able to contribute in that way. And it ain't going to cost you a dime. But always remember, ladies and gents, that you can never overdose on the good vibes.
Facts.
And with that, we say adios, sweet
Buena
dreams,
noche.
and we shall see your beautiful faces soon.